When I say that my home is cleaner than it's ever been, I genuinely mean that. Hello everybody, this is Jonathan Feist for Android Authority, and I am super excited to share with you the new Narwal Freo X Ultra. Not only is this a robot vacuum, it's also a mopping system to clean all your floors. Now, we've seen plenty of mopping vacuuming systems before. It's really in the details that makes the Freo X Ultra stand out above the rest. First and foremost, there are no cameras. This sensor array, combined with the LiDAR system, which spins on top, means that you get accurate mapping of your home, great navigation of your floor space, all without compromising your privacy. No cameras on board. So let's look at the hardware itself. First thing you'll see is the big Freo self-cleaning base station. This station houses not only a compartment where the bot lives itself, which is your charging dock, it is also the cleaning port for the mop heads, and up top houses the detergent and water supply. There's a small control panel on the top of the unit to run your default setup, but you'll want to use the Narwal app on your mobile device to be able to take full control of the bot. And underneath here is simply the vacuum bag. As you can see, it holds quite a bit of trash. That's about 1 liter of capacity. HEPA filter built in. Now, for those interested, there is a hard case alternative. This hard case also has HEPA filter and is of course reusable. No matter which storage solution you go with, the Freo X Ultra has a self-cleaning debris compression system. What that will do is when the bot is returning home into the base station, it'll do a super suction mode that pushes air through the canister, bringing it into the inlet, bringing the air through, compressing all the trash onto the right-hand side. You can run this bot for 7 to 10 weeks before having to change the canister. And that's the optimal time to be changing that HEPA filter anyways. As you can see, it's just a matter of sliding any canister or bag in and out. The lid magnetically pops into place, and you're off and ready to go. If we flip the bot upside down, you'll see on the front, we have these small brushes. These just pop on and off. The mopping heads. These heads spin at about 180 RPM to scrub your floor. They're motorized to press in and out of the unit so that they're mopping on your hardwoods and ensure that they're out of the way when they're running over your carpets. You'll notice that they're triangular in shape and that they're offset so that there's no gap in between. I want you to know I have not cleaned this yet. This bot has been cleaning my home, vacuuming and mopping for about 2 months now. Let's see how this thing looks. So pinch the little levers, front screen simply pops off, and then the roller. You can see the conical shape of it and that it doesn't attach on the one edge. This makes it so that any hair that comes in and gets wrapped in is angled towards the outlet, rolls off and goes down the vacuum chamber. As you can see, no hair whatsoever. I'm impressed. I expected at least a little bit at the one attaching base. This is very good. But simply remove it and off you go to clean it and or replace it, but once a year. Now, the drive wheels have plenty of travel in the suspension. This makes it great for getting up onto carpets, over the transitions on your floors. As I mentioned earlier, it's in the details that makes the difference for the Freo X Ultra. And specifically, I want to highlight the Dirt Sense technology. That is 2 things. One, when the bot is out on your floors, it's able to identify dirty spaces, and it'll actually run over that spot multiple times as needed to help keep it clean. That goes for the vacuuming and for the mopping. Now, the bot itself does not have water canisters. The way the Freo X Ultra works is that the base station wets the mop heads on the bot, and then the bot goes out, cleans the floor, and after a set amount of square footage, it will return to the base station and re-clean those mop heads. Now, here's the trick, is the Dirt Sense technology in the base station is measuring the dirty water as it cleans those brush heads, and it will keep cleaning them until the Dirt Sense identifies that there's no more particulate in that water. The default setup contains 2 water canisters on the inside of the base station. One of them, purple, is for your fresh water. and the other is simply a wastewater disposal. The capacity of these two units is very balanced, so when you're filling the fresh water, make sure to give that wastewater a dump and give it a quick rinse. The system and the app will let you know when either the water has run out, the disposal water has filled up, or when the detergent is empty, so you don't have to worry about those at any time. The real benefits, however, come from the software. Let's take a look. So the first time you open up the Narwal app, it's going to ask you to connect to the device. In this setup, it's going to ask you for network connection. By the way, you need a 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection for this. And then as you set it up, you can set your language preferences, set your time zone, and so forth. Once you've got the basics configured and your mobile device with the Narwal app is connected to the base station and Freo X Ultra bot, you're ready to start with the cleaning process. The first step is to map your home. The app will guide you through this. You simply select the Start Mapping button and it'll start running through your home. This is where that LiDAR comes into play. For us, we had on our single floor about 470 square feet that we wanted to map and clean in our main map of the house. It took just under 10 minutes for the Freo X Ultra to navigate the rooms and come back with a fairly accurate map of our space. Now the Freo X Ultra knows what to vacuum and what to mop when the time comes to clean. And once mapped, there are many cleaning options. What we like to do the most is use the scheduling function. And that allows you to customize what you want cleaned, how well you want it cleaned, how you want it cleaned, and when you want it cleaned. We've kept it pretty simple. We want our entire floor to be vacuumed every day at 11 a.m. Great, that's an easy setup. And then every Thursday, we wanted to vacuum and mop. So we have these two scheduled programs all ready to go. Now, anytime we have an incident, maybe we have a spill in the kitchen, you're able to choose room by room in the Narwal app. And once you've chosen the room, you can choose what style of cleaning you need, whether you're vacuuming, mopping, or both. And then you can control how intensely it vacuums and mops. A little bit of dust is a quick vacuum. A spill in the kitchen needs some heavy-duty mopping. And if we have a little spill in the kitchen, we don't want to mop the entire floor. We just want to mop a small area. No problem. The Narwal app, you simply select the area button, drag and drop a small box into the space that you want cleaned, and hit the go button. And that ease of use with the automation through the schedules is the true power of the Freo X Ultra. We don't even have to be home for the bot to clean our home reliably. Now, we talked a little bit about how well the LiDAR system and tri-laser setup are able to accurately map your home. How well does this do for navigation? Well, as you can see here, one of the most challenging obstacles there is navigating chair legs and table legs in the kitchen. The bot just barely fits between the chair legs. I'm happy to report, however, that it consistently is able to not only navigate out, but it managed to get through and clean the entire space each time as well. Only once in the 70 or so times that it's cleaned underneath this table has it not been able to find its way out. Truly, in that case, I spun the bot just about 4 degrees, hit the go button, and everything was fine. But that highlights why I say specifically that my home has never been cleaner. Not only is the bot consistently cleaning on a day-to-day basis, where I may have let it go a few days at a time, but we've decided to accept it into our house and arrange the household for the best possible cleaning setup. What that means is the little things. Once again, let's just talk about those tables and chairs. It used to not bother me if one of the chairs was maybe just a little bit offset. Now we make sure that they're always straight and square, and the bot is able to get through and clean underneath the table every time. There's also things that we used to keep on our floors, such as our shoes. But those pine needles and few leaves that get tracked in, I now keep those shoes up out of the way so that the Freo X Ultra can clean up the space. So that's a minor adjustment to our lives, but it's made a big difference overall. And situating things so that the Freo X Ultra can get everywhere to clean has been a really nice touch for us. We're a lot happier with our space thanks to it. Now I have to admit, there is a downside to having such an efficient floor cleaning solution. We take advantage of it. It used to be that I was very careful. If I got crumbs on the table from making toast in the morning, I would wipe the counter and make sure everything was all cleared up and put into the trash. Now, I'm a little bit more lazy about that. I might brush those crumbs into my hand and still aim for the garbage, but if I get a few on the floor, well, if it's before 11 a.m., no worries, the Freo X Ultra is going to be around in a few minutes to clean up anyways. Now, I hope that laziness and that lack of cleanliness on my behalf doesn't take over my life. And of course, the more that we make it suck up, the more frequently we'll have to replace the bag and or empty the vacuum canister. Those are not a problem, obviously, but there's no point putting due stress on any of the systems when I could just make sure that my crumbs get to the garbage appropriately. Now, it may sound silly that I talk about this, but I believe, chatting with the folks at Narwal, that this is part of what makes the Freo X Ultra what it is. Being able to support your life, to take this pain point out of your way, to make sure that you don't have to manually vacuum, sweep, and mop your house every day, to just offload that into a machine. Well, obviously we're on board. I'm a huge fan. It has absolutely positively affected my life, and I think that was the point. But I'm definitely recommending the Freo X Ultra as a vacuum and mopping system for your floors. Narwal launched the Freo X Ultra at CES 2024, but the official release is March 6th. And with that, the Freo X Ultra runs for $1,399. And to me, that is absolutely worth the time saved and the benefits to my home that this bot provides. This was Jonathan Feist for Android Authority, and I was very pleased to discuss with you today the Narwal Freo X Ultra. Thanks again. Have a great day.